Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving straight into the strategic architecture behind the negative price standard. We're going to bypass the usual marketing hype entirely and look at this to a clear operational lens. We want to see exactly how a business builds an agreement that protects serious buyers and serious sellers alike. Let's walk through this together.
To understand our focus today, let's do a really quick recap of our journey so far. We already know that most guarantees in the market today are effectively fake, right? And that's mostly because the seller risks absolutely nothing. The -1 guarantee completely changes this dynamic. It introduces a real financial consequence when value is missing. This negative price mechanism can actually create an entirely new category simply by shifting who carries the risk.
And by making that shift, a business moves its competitive advantage far away from those race-to-the-bottom price wars and moves it toward radical accountability. But here's the catch. This level of accountability instantly exposes weak operational systems. The seller must pass a rigorous readiness test. They literally have to be completely ready behind the scenes before ever making such a powerful promise public.
So the seller is ready, but that is only half of the equation. Here is the missing piece of the puzzle that we really need to talk about. What happens when the buyer is not willing to participate honestly? What happens when a customer approaches the offer with a completely wrong mindset? Answering this requires us to fundamentally rethink what a guarantee is actually designed to do in the first place.
You see, most businesses operate on what we might call the beginner view. They believe guarantees exist solely to remove purchase friction, reduce fear, and basically attract absolutely everyone. But a serious guarantee is not a universal invitation. It's a boundary. The advanced view understands that a guarantee is a clear, mutual agreement. It defines what outcome is promised, what the buyer is strictly required to do, and what conditions apply. Because of this, we arrive at a really crucial truth. A strong guarantee is not only a promise, it is a filter. It is a deliberate, structural policy designed to force the wrong people to self-select out before they ever even enter your business ecosystem.
Think about it. A weak guarantee that tries to attract everyone is actually a massive liability. It pulls in people who just want the benefit without doing the required work. It attracts those who search for loopholes rather than solutions, and people who are quick to blame the seller for their own lack of effort. A strong guarantee, however, filters specifically for outcome-focused buyers. It deliberately discourages anyone who is just looking to keep the benefit while claiming the sellers somehow failed. To put it simply, we want buyers who want the outcome, not buyers who want drama. A guarantee that repels absolutely nobody is probably just too weak to mean anything in a real, functioning operational environment.
It is so critical to understand that bad fit buyers are not merely refund risks. In fact, the financial cost of a refund is usually the absolute smallest part of the damage. Bad fit buyers drain your support time, they create internal distraction, operational noise, and a lot of reputational stress. Ultimately, they steal the focus that you should be dedicating to your honest customers. Bad fit buyers don't just cost you money, they cost your attention.
So think of a strong guarantee as your permission slip to look at a bad fit prospect and clearly say, "We are not for you." Intentionally filtering the market like this isn't arrogance, and it isn't hostility. It is simply clarity. A business should never pretend that every single customer or behavior can magically fit the exact same promise.
Now, this kind of filtering only works when the rules are entirely visible before any payment happens. The seller must clearly state who the offer is actually for and exactly what participation requires. Clean eligibility rules protect the honest buyer. But remember, the seller absolutely cannot hide behind hostile fine print, like bearing a 30-day requirement in microscopic text just to deny valid claims. The seller's side of the agreement has to be completely transparent.
This agreement really requires a delicate balance. Seller accountability without buyer responsibility, well, that is just chaos. But buyer responsibility without seller accountability is just blame. A genuinely strong guarantee demands that both sides step up and engage honestly. When you are structuring this for your own business, remember this principle. Anti-abuse does not mean anti-customer. A serious guarantee absolutely must protect your business from exploitation, but it shouldn't rely on impossible documentation or hidden legal traps. Bad faith actors should find it difficult to exploit you simply because the agreement is incredibly clear, not because you set traps for your customers.
When we operate with this level of clarity, our entire perspective on failure totally changes. A negative price claim isn't just a financial event anymore, it becomes vital operational data. A refund is a diagnosis. It tells you exactly where your promise was unclear, where your delivery was weak, or where the wrong buyer somehow slipped through.
The goal isn't to artificially eliminate refunds, but to identify these preventable misunderstandings and permanently fix them.
As a result, the best guarantee creates a clearer relationship, not a more emotional one. The buyer knows exactly what is expected of them, what success looks like, and what failure entails. And the seller knows exactly who belongs in the offer. There's no guessing, and there is absolutely no room for manufactured drama.
Looking at the current market, we can see exactly where this is all heading. Buyers want a lower friction first step, but they are demanding significantly higher accountability. They want a lot less convince me and much more prove it. The market is continually separating the operators from the talkers and the serious buyers from the drama buyers. A highly structured filtering guarantee is quickly becoming a massive competitive weapon.
To see how this looks in practice, we can look at the NegBook. It's the first book in the world with a negative price. It operates on one really raw, simple rule. Either you read the book and it helps you, or you read the book and it pays you. This direct approach is deliberately not written for the majority of people. It's going to upset loophole seekers. But the right people, those who are truly ready to do the work, will find their breakthrough because the mechanism filters specifically for that.
A serious negative price guarantee isn't created by just writing a bolder marketing promise. It is designed systematically. The -1 Diagnostic helps operators build a pilot program. It helps you identify the right offer, determine the exact buyer fit, establish measurable proof, set clean eligibility rules, and structure risk that the business can safely absorb. It takes all of this theory and turns it into an operational reality.
If you are an operator who is ready to build this architecture into your business, you can apply for the -1 Diagnostic. The link is right in the description at negativebook.com/negative-price-standard. As you evaluate your own business today, ask yourself, is your current guarantee actually building your business, or is it just inviting noise? We will leave you with this final thought. A strong guarantee should not attract everyone. It should attract the right people.